Hey, boys and girls, the Junkman here with a video on something that I get questioned about often. And so I decided I'll just make a video to answer this question since I get asked this question so often. Um, People say or ask, why are you called the Junkman? Why do you call yourself the Junkman? What's with the name, the Junkman? Okay, here's the story. When I was a 19-year-old freshman in college, I was chasing women like crazy. Now, I was real good at flirting, but I never would do the follow through. I was just good at flirting. That's what I would always do. And when I got to college, I remember I tried to flirt with this one girl, and she told me that I could not speak to her unless I was in her brother fraternity or I was a little brother to her sorority. Now, I had seen guys going around pledging different fraternities, and it did not look like fun. It was definitely nothing I wanted to be bothered with. This is before the Marine Corps now. So she was pretty cute, and I wanted to talk to her. So I accepted pledging as a little brother to her sorority. That's what I was going to do, because I figured if I was going to get beat on and abused, it would be better to get beat on and abused by women than it would by men, you know. So I was like, well, yeah, they can abuse me all I want to. I'd rather be around a bunch of women, you know. That was my mentality back then. So when we went to pledge, it was me and some other guys. When we decided to pledge, we had to all get shirts that looked the same, and they gave us a name that was on the back of our shirt, and that's how they identified us, by the name. You didn't get to use your real name. They gave you a name. Well, when they got to me, they had us all lined up. And when they got to me, they're looking me up and down, you know, inspecting me, trying to figure out what kind of name they's gonna give me. And one of the girls grabbed my butt and said, he got a lot of junk in his trunk. Let's call him the Junk Man. And that was the day the Junk Man was born. And that's the name I had to answer to. And it's funny because when I was younger, I must have had one of them Arsenio Hall butts, because women would grab my butt in the clubs and everything. And, you know, of course, I was a young, fresh, springy, you know, 19-year-old, 20-year-old when women was doing this. But that was something that a lot of women took notice of, how big my posterior end was. And that is how I got the name, the Junkman. Now, when I first got on YouTube, I didn't know what name I wanted to use, and I was like, well, I'll just use the Junkman. But the Junkman was already taken, so I had to put a number at the end of it. And I was like 2000, because it was early in the year 2000. I just got a number. Now, it's ironic because sometimes you'll see me listed as Junkman 2008. And I probably should have changed my YouTube name to that, because 2008 is significant in my life. That number is significant. Now, how significant is it? Well, let me show you. This is how you can tell you dealing with a real jawhead. I have with me, and jawheads will recognize this book right here. This is, I guess you would call it a yearbook from my time in boot camp. Now, the way this book is put together, and it's probably a whole lot better now. They probably got real nice books. But when you open it up, you got your dress blues, gloves, the main Luke sword, the cover. Get the light out of there. But all through the book, boy, there's a sign that is still there today. And through these doors, man, I'll let y'all read that. That sign greets you when you get to boot camp and you get off the bus. And so these pictures, all these pictures in here, they ain't of us. It's some group of Marines that went through. So, it's got all these pictures of boot camp, all through boot camp. The pictures of us, which it would have been nice, but it probably would have been very expensive to have each platoon have their own book. But the pictures of us, we get all the way back here, are in the back. And they're all black and white. All of them. All the pictures of us are black and white. And you can barely make out who we are in these pictures. Only because I know where I had to stand when we were standing in some kind of formation. Only because of that do I recognize myself in these pictures. Look at this. Look, they black and white. This right here, that's the Junkman right there. That's me standing there. I was laundry number 84. Laundry number. That was the number that you wrote on all of your gear so that when it got sent to the laundry, you put it all in one bag, tied it up, and they would wash all your clothes in that one bag. That's how your clothes got washed. And they get back to you in the bag. So, but just to prove, because every once in a while I get somebody that actually doubts that I'm a real jawhead. Let me show you something here. But yeah, the pictures of us, they were terrible. The ones of us. But let me find the Junkman here. I can get the daggone pages apart. All right. If you look right, get up there close. Up there, go this way. There you go. There's the Junkman, y'all. There he is. And somebody said to me, they said, why you look so mean? And I was like, there really wasn't a whole lot to be looking all happy about. I remember when they took that picture. We got 3 phases we go through, and this was 3rd phase. I was getting close to graduating. That was probably week 9, 10, week 10, somewhere around there. We was getting close to graduating. You was pretty much gonna graduate if they took your picture. So, but yeah, that's me. But if you look at the front of this book, let me show you something down here at the bottom. Let's go the right way. Right, is it here? Right there. You see what that says? That was my platoon number. That was my platoon number, 2008. And which is why if you look at the hood cover under my Corvette, that's what it says. I'll put a picture of that here right about right now. So, but that's where the name the Junkman came from. And that's where 2008 came from. So this video will answer that question so that when people ask me that question, I just point them to the video. So, but that's how I got that name. Some sorority girls gave me that name. And I got to hang out with them. which is the only reason I went through that trouble. And so that's how the Junkman got the name, the Junkman. All right, boys and girls, this is the Junkman. Shining out.